Hey guys, it's Matthew back again. Today I didn't really, even though I love doing like helpful videos that people can really use, I'm doing a lot of hand gestures in these videos, but so people can actually use the information that I give and try and use it to help them. But I was having trouble kind of thinking of different advice things, so I think maybe every single day isn't a really good advice thing. It's not very good for advice anyway, because then if you get it every day, I'm going to run out of stuff to say and it's really difficult to think of. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to do embarrassing moments that involved me. So some of them will be mine and some of them will be my family's, and I'm going to start out with a pretty bad one. Okay, so basically like a few years ago, I was on holiday in Egypt, and basically I was I just bought me and my dad had just gone and bought Lilos, so because like the resort we went to, I think it was a resort. It had it was like an island in the middle, and it was surrounded by a big lake, but like let's say the lake was a swimming pool and the island was like it was like a restaurant kind of. It was like where you sit down in a restaurant, and the restaurant was on the actual building, and then they would bring your food out and they would go across the bridge and bring it to you and where you sat on the island. And basically like I was like, you know what, actually I really like this. I really like this pool, I'll get a Lilo. So I was like, okay, got the Lilo, I'll go and because I have a big fear of water, like drowning and stuff, and I am really like, it scares me a lot. So I just thought of another embarrassing story. Okay, that one's really bad, but anyway, so let's go back to this one. So I was like, okay, a Lilo's great because then I can kind of like chill on the water, but not really have a risk, because then there's always a Lilo that if I fall off I can grab the Lilo and not die. And also I was younger so at the time, so I was like really paranoid. So anyway, so me and my two sisters, I was like in the Lilo and they were kind of like pushing me a bit, and they're one of my sisters is 10 years older than me and one of my other sisters is 8 years older than me. And basically both of them, we were just kind of like gently pushing me but traveling along beside me when we were going down the lake, because I keep calling it like the swimming pool. The swimming pool was kind of like a snake, and it kind of just went like all around the hotel. And basically like we were just going down, and then we started going onto this, there were many bridges as well, so we were just going onto this bridge. We came out on the other side and it was quite a busy day and everyone was like sitting out or in the swimming pools or something. And then my sister who's 8 years older than me, I suppose it's first names. Carrie, she decided, oh, I know, it'll be so funny if I grab the Lilo and tip it upside down so that I fall in, which was just the best idea ever. Even though like I wouldn't be able to show you guys, I have a very high-pitched scream, and probably when I was even younger I probably had a way more high-pitched scream. And basically what happened is she pushed me off, like she put her hands down on the side of the Lilo and pushed it down, and then I like flipped off into the deep abyss of the ocean, and by that I mean the swimming pool, and I just flew into the swimming pool. And then I was kind of freaking out, and I was like, oh my god, no, what is happening? And then I like got back up to the surface, and I was like, just screamed the highest pitch a scream could go. It was like 100 decibels, and it just rung across the entire leisure place, and everyone just stopped what they were doing. Everything just went silent, and everyone just looked at my sister as if she had just like murdered me and just kind of did it in public and for everyone to see. And like, oh, she was so angry with me, but I was angry with her too, so we were kind of like at a stalemate, I guess. And she was so mad at me, like she like after everyone stopped staring and all, she was like, Matthew, and I was like, what? I can't help it. And then she was angry for a while after that. Gosh, that was very embarrassing for her. And then my other sister, well, she was just kind of like, whatever. Well, actually, she tried to make sure that I was okay, I'm pretty sure. But Carrie was just like, oh, it's a joke. It's a joke. Yeah, so Carrie, if you're watching, sorry if I'm making you look like a crazy person here, but has to be done. Anyway, I'm only kidding. She's not crazy. Okay, and I'll just do one more because I kind of want to keep this one a bit shorter than the last one. The last one was very long. So anyway, and then the other one involved, it was a swimming pool too. Basically, I was in school and they were like, oh yeah, we're doing swimming lessons trips now. And I was like, oh great, swimming lesson trips. Like, I wasn't that afraid of water back then. I think this is kind of where my water fear began. And basically what I did was I was like, okay, I'm really excited. Everyone got ready and we got to the swimming pool. And we all did like this test run, and apparently I was like quite a good swimmer back then, and then they were like, oh yes, we'll put you in group 4. And I was like, I think I was actually quite tall for my age as well. I think that's also why they put me in group 4. Maybe, actually maybe not, I don't know. But so they're like, oh yes, we'll put you in group 4 because you are the best swimmer ever. Group 4 was the highest group. Group 3, well, you know how it goes. And then group 1 was like people who really couldn't swim and they'd have to like hold on to the side of the pool and like pretend to swim. So like, okay, group 4 over there, and I was like, okay, it's fine. Deep end of the pool, who cares? But it turns out when I swim, I need to reach the bottom if I ever need to breathe. Like, so I can't just swim like, wait, what way does it go? I've got a scratch. Oh, side note, I've got a scratch. Anyway, no, so what I do is like, isn't that how you do it? You lift your arm up and you breathe, and then you lift your other arm up and you breathe. Anyway, so I can't do that. I have to, if I swim for a long time, and then I'm like, then I have to stop and stand up and breathe and then start again. But I don't know how they didn't notice that in the test run. Maybe I didn't do it. Maybe I was just really, really quick. Just get this over with. Anyway, so then what they did, and then okay, so I was just like, okay, it's definitely not as deep, so I can definitely reach the bottom. I could not reach the bottom. I stopped and I just went like, okay, where's the bottom? And then stood down, and I just fell into the water. Like, I was like all the water had just gone into my head. It was like going in my mouth and all. I could just like feel it just like going like all over my body. Like, I was like, no, I'm dying. Then I started freaking out. Like, I was drowning. And even though my friends might say I was not drowning, I was. And I was. And then all the lifeguards, if any time I came back up to the surface, and I was freaking out, I couldn't really breathe on the surface. I was like, okay, yeah, nice image there, or small video clip. Anyway, so I could just see all the lifeguards just like this. Oh look, it's another kid drowning. What should we do? Oh wait, I know, nothing. Let's just let him die and learn his lesson. And I could literally just see one of them just like, oh look. And then eventually, like 5 minutes later, was just like, okay, maybe not 5 minutes, I exaggerate a lot. Maybe like 10 seconds, 10 to a minute. Around a minute later, they were just like, okay, you, go save him. And then they had to get one of my people in my class who still hadn't swam yet. Thank goodness I wasn't at the end of group 4 because I would have died. So it's like, oh, you go save him. And then she had to like grab me and drag me out of the pool, which was very embarrassing, and everyone laughed at me, and then they didn't even give me any time to recover. They were just like, okay, right into the next one. You're now in group 2. And now ever since then I've asked to be put in group 2. And thank goodness now in upper school there's no more swimming lessons, because they're only for first years, and I'm so glad. Oh, thank goodness. You cannot believe how relieved I am. Anyway, okay, well, it's kind of gone on for a long time, and now for the first time, I keep forgetting to do this. Comment, like, and subscribe to get more videos, and I will see you all guys tomorrow in the next video. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Don't know, but anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.